Hey there, YouTube! Adrian of Legend Landscape here, and today is Friday, August 17th, and I'm not coming at you early today. It is 11:30, and I just got out of my DOT audit meeting, and everything went great. As far as I passed the audit, you know, it was a good experience to learn all the things, the do's and don'ts, what's expected. And I was, after being so busy and dealing with DOT for turning certain things in, and always hearing someone say, one person say you need this, another person say you need that, and it's the opposite. I was finally glad to be with the investigator to go over everything. Like, so glad, because if you get into this, and I'm sure it's different in every state or whatever, but and as far as having the vehicles, you really need to know what you're doing with this DOT business, and you know, the weights of everything as far as that classify you as driving the truck and trailer. You know, to do work and etc. But let me tell you this: even though I feel great that I passed and I got everything and I know what to do from here on out, I found out some valuable information just from being in that meeting, as far as the person that foreman that I planned on hiring. A guy I was getting ready to, you know, hire, and was going to go, you know, as far as starting on Monday, and a valuable lesson for myself as well. I had his information, his DOT card, and his license number and everything, and then I said, I'm about to hire someone, so I'm giving you his information. And he ran his information, and come to find out that this guy has 21 points on his license, and his license is suspended. Man, I was like, huh? What? Are you serious? I'm like, this guy, I'm thinking to have 21 points in your license suspended, like, how would you not, me speaking to this guy, like, how would he not know this? And I would be in some big trouble if he's driving my vehicle, and then, so like, it was just, I don't know, just to be able to have that appointment and find that out at the same time. Oh man, I'm so like relieved. Like, but I would have had to drive, do his record anyway, and then the insurance, I would have found out like eventually, like, you don't understand, because I was just telling the investigator, I was just like, man, you don't understand my luck with trying to get a form in a DOT. I've had guys that I hired, and 2 guys never even showed up, who had a DOT and whatever, and then 1 guy showed up, but he only worked 1 day. And I said, now I finally got this guy, figuring that I was like, you don't understand my luck, man. Oh man, I tell y'all, man, like how hard is it just to get somebody to drive the truck? There's always some freaking issues. Either there are no shows, they work and just leave after 1 day, or they got something freaking wrong with their license. And so I called the guy. I said, yo, I was in a process of just wanting to see if I can meet up with him to show him properties and keeping a conversation with him right before I went into my meeting. And he tells me, like, he's available for me to show. He was just doing some side work or whatever. I'm like, okay. I was gonna let him know like what time I would meet him. And then that's when I found out from the investigator, right as we were in there. I'm like, what? So I called him to tell him like what I found. He said, oh, that can't be right. That's not right. I said, oh, listen to me. I said, I'm at the DOT. I'm at the weigh station. I'm dealing with the investigators like right now. They happen to ask for your information, since I was saying I'm gonna add another driver. And he telling me they can see right there, your license is suspended, and it is bad. You have all these points. And they say, lucky you came in here, man. And you're telling me you don't know anything about this? Oh, no, I don't have, I was working for another company. They never, I'm like, well, they must not have run your stuff. But I'm just wondering, like, how do you not know that you have, like, no, like 21 points. They talking about he's gonna call DMV, go to DMV, try to figure out what's up. And I'm like, I said, I definitely can't hire you as a foreman to drive my truck. Like, I don't know what magically you can clear up in that amount of time, but if you got 21 points, there's a lot of stuff to probably handle as far as, you know, your license. You know, I drive cars. I got 2 cars on my license. So I don't know. If there's something that's totally wrong that he's going to find out to get back to me on, I'd like to see it. But right now, I know I'm not hiring him as a foreman. So now I got to go to plan B. And then think about the laborer that I plan on hiring. And think I might have to go that route, and I'm still going to have to freaking drive the truck. I don't know. I guess it is what it is, man. So I'll update you on that situation. But, man, I tell you, man, I can't catch a freaking break. I tell you. Damn. Always something, man. Anyway, I'm heading to an estimate right now. And you know, of course, I got these other errands to do. But passed my audit. I'm happy about that. I'm happy about finding out about that guy I was getting ready to hire. And it's just blowing me, man. It's just blowing me. So I'll get back with you guys a little later, man. You know, I didn't know, but now I know. Hey, guys. Man, it is hot today. I say it, I don't know. My thing keeps fluctuating on my truck from 93 to 98 to 96. Right now I'm saying 95. And it feels like a good, like, mid-90s to me. And it's hot. Even on the estimates I was doing, I was feeling it. On doing my errands, I was feeling it. And I just couldn't wait to get back in the truck in the AC. So anyway, just to update you on what's going on since the last time I got on here, which I told you about the situation with the foreman guy, license. I'm finding out that the DOT audit being suspended and 21 points. You know, he kind of downplayed it, like he didn't know anything about that. He was going to check into it and get back to me. And I ended up calling the labor guy that I was going to hire at one point. If I was going to hire the foreman, and I kept saying I was going to hire labor, this was a labor guy I was going to hire. And I'm going to tell you something about this labor guy, or laborer, whatever you want to call him. When I tested him out on the equipment like I always do, everyone, the zero turn, the walk behind, he was the very first person out of maybe 20-some people I probably interviewed and tested out. Very first person on the zero turn to do a 3-point turn basically at the end of his turns, instead of doing that quick turnaround. Everyone wants to be the zipping that zero turn, like, and then causing ruts and whatever, and then holding one wheel that's skidding. And he didn't do that. And I told him after I said, man, you're the first person that has done this. Every other person, even if they were experienced, they either caused a rut or they just wasn't clean on their end. They thought they was experienced. I'm like, oh, I said, you need to have a cleaner turn. Should be doing a 3-point turn, really. But I always said there's something that could be worked on and not a big deal, like I could fix that. Even the foreman guy that was hiring, he didn't do a good job like that with like the labor guy. He held his tire, and I told him about it, and then I showed him a 3-point turn, and he started doing it. But I'm thinking, like, you're a foreman, and you should know how to do that. But this other guy did it, and I was like, it was like a symphony. It was like, ooh, 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 ooh. He was so smooth with it, man. He did it like 8 times. And I didn't even tell him, like, you need to do a 3-point turn. He just did it on his own. And then when I told him, he was just like, yeah, you got to do a 3-point turn. I just laughed. I said, man, I've been trying to tell that to everybody that comes through here. And I was like, dang, I didn't want to, like, let this guy go, but I wanted to see what else was out there as far as laborers. And nothing else came up. So I was, you know, in that frame of mind of hiring the foreman guy. And I said that I wanted to hire this labor regardless. But I said I was going to contemplate that throughout the weekend if I really wanted to hire the foreman and the labor at the same time, because maybe I wanted to see how the foreman was going to work out first. But I don't have to wait for that now, because the foreman, you know, it's not working out. All because of the audit and me giving the information during that, man. Ain't that something, man? Would have found out eventually, but it's just the fact that, you know, you learn, you know, in this process of having, you know, with us dealing with DOT, makes you think like you got to, no matter how busy you are, you need to handle your business as far as checking out your people, their licenses, checking out the, matter of fact, you need to check out the DOT cards too, because what I found out today was, even though someone gives you a DOT card, there's a registry number for like the people that, like the health places that give the DOT physicals. Just because they have a physical card doesn't even mean that the place is even registered to even do it. Because the investigator told me he's seen maybe over 200 bad DOT cards because the place that gave it to him was not legit, or not even really supposed to even give them that DOT card. I was like, wow. So he told me how to check that to find out if they're legit or not. So don't always think because someone gives you a DOT card, physical card, that it's legit. So learned a lot and other things. But I tell you, out of that meeting, it made me, okay, think, like, no matter how busy you are, check your people out. Like, I check my people out regardless, as far as, you know, if they got your background checks, if they got issues like criminal wise and stuff. But to that depths of the DOT, I hadn't done. So part of the learning process of having a business, think you know everything and you don't always know everything. So for you guys out there, I don't know how it is in everywhere else with DOT, but I can say, you know, Maryland, DC, Virginia area, that at least I know that's something you got to deal with, and you have to take a lot of records, a lot of records of everything, you know, and keep it until you get audited again, and you better have that stuff right. Just a little FYI for you guys out there that haven't dealt with that. Anyway, that's enough of me yapping my mouth. Just giving you a little update of what the deal is with me and my hiring process and the next things that are happening with us for the next couple of weeks here. So I will get back with you guys. I don't know. Who knows when I get back on. I'm just trying to enjoy myself today and tomorrow. And that's it. So whenever I get back on is whenever I get back on. You know? All right, guys. Hope you guys have a good day, good weekend, and all that good stuff. Take care.